In a post-COVID-19 world, educators have been asking themselves, what is best for my students? Remote learning during the pandemic taught many of us about the important benefits students can gain by engaging in remote learning. However, it also made clear what important benefits students miss out on by not being able to be with their peers and teachers in person. This is a conundrum for anyone with a stake in education, whether it be students' families, teachers, administrators. The solution to these problems is simple, and it's called hybrid learning. As defined by an article titled The Benefits of Hybrid Education, The Best of Both Worlds by Florida International University, hybrid learning refers to the combination of in-person and remote learning methodologies. This means implementing a system that is accessible through in-person learning some of the time and remote learning other times. I propose that what students truly need is a system that gives them the freedom from day to day to decide where and how they learn. Such a system could improve students' mental health, reduce the spread and severity of illnesses, and improve grades, attendance, and learning as a whole. As the world becomes more aware about the importance of mental health, the statistics for students with mental health problems only become more worrying. One thing that increases stress for students is being forced to attend school while in or on the verge of crisis. However, if a student with anxiety, for example, were able to take days off as needed and work from the comfort of their homes, they wouldn't be subjected to needless stress and would be able to focus on their studies entirely instead. Another type of student who would greatly benefit from such a hybrid system are those with autism. People with autism can become easily overwhelmed, and they are sometimes forced to miss school because of it. They can become hypersensitive to stimuli around them, and it causes stress and sometimes harmful behaviors. These students would be significantly less stressed out if they knew that they can stay home and complete their schoolwork from there during these sensitive times. This won't apply to all students with autism, but there is still a significant amount of students who would benefit from this. However, students aren't the only ones who could be granted peace of mind from this system. Parents would be less stressed out as well if they knew that their students aren't missing out on learning time when they need to stay home from school, and the option for online attendance means that staying home from school won't reflect poorly on the parents. Another stress-relieving benefit is that students who are sick won't be going to school with it, not if they have the option to work from home while they're ill instead. Going to school ill isn't good for the student, who learns little if they're distracted by how miserable they feel. This can also worsen and/or lengthen the time during which they are sick. Additionally, if they stay home while sick, they can't continue to spread their illness to other students. Sick students who may benefit the very most from this, however, are students with chronic illnesses. Chronic illness can be dormant some of the time, but very active and debilitating other times. A hybrid learning system would give students experiencing flare-ups the freedom to rest and recover at home without needing to worry about their assignments or missing out on any lessons. A hybrid system that gives students remote access to any lessons they missed out on, or even lessons they simply need to hear again, and the related assignments would greatly improve student performance. This would allow students to slow things down and repeat necessary information when they need extra time to learn or when they miss out on learning time. In addition to this, attendance rates would almost certainly increase dramatically if attendance were based on either physical presence or online activity. Some students miss out on significant amounts of school days due to circumstances outside of their control, such as illness, death in the family emergencies, and many other situations that leave the student unable to attend school physically. However, a hybrid system would ensure that they do not lose out on valuable learning time, being counted for attendance, or being able to complete assignments. One argument why such a system shouldn't be implemented, however, is that students will take advantage of the ability to work from home and would do so often, citing various reasons why they can't go to school. However, if the system allows them access to lessons and assignments, what is the real problem? So long as students are still completing their work and learning from the lessons, the expectation that they attend school in person becomes null and void. Another argument against this is that some students will stay home from school, claim that they will complete their work, and then refuse to actually do so. Another concern is that students with disabilities will stay home and not receive needed special education services. However, the answer to both of these concerns is simple: an opt-out option that parents can use at the beginning of each semester. While some students may be better off simply attending school, a hybrid learning system would greatly benefit countless others. Our world is more interconnected now than ever before. There's no real excuse for for us to refuse to innovate on behalf of students so that they can remain connected to their education as needed outside of school grounds and school hours. When life happens, they need an option to exist that allows them to still complete their education remotely. To make this happen, stakeholders need to propose and support policies that encourage hybrid options in their districts. Such a system would also create a great comprehensive groundwork for fully remote classes to use as well. Overall, this system could help improve student health, grades and attendance, and learning as a whole.